Hey everyone, what's up? It's great to be back. Stay connected with your guy, the Sports Judge. If you don't have anything nice to say about Jalen Hurts, don't say anything at all. There are far more positives that came out of this game on Sunday. Say whatever you want about Hurts. This quarterback has discipline, grit, toughness, backbone, ambition, leadership, and the will to win. So now, what do you have to say about him? And I don't know if you have him on your top 10 quarterback list. I certainly do. And that performance on Sunday is a reason why I have him ranked in the top 10. I mean, what else do you need to see? I don't think we need to see more of anything when he's led this team to the Super Bowl, won a championship, delivered in the NFC championship game, because I know a lot of you can't acknowledge his resilience, mental toughness. It feels like there's a debate to be had there, which is probably an interesting topic, especially when he had the performance he had on Sunday. What a great game it was for Jalen Hurts. I mean, I love Jalen Hurts, their quarterback. I love the guy. If I played fantasy football, I swear I would have him on my fantasy team. He's a stud. Tell you what, he had a great game. Don't kid yourself. What a performance. So the Philadelphia Eagles get a massive win on the road in Minnesota. And I talked a little bit about Philly. It's been one of the most bananas season for them. I don't care where you look. The Eagles came into this game with concerns, a lot of issues on offense. Lack of details was a bit worrisome. Quarterback play really matters. It's a pass-driven league. Leadership really matters. Culture really matters. And like at the end of the day, the Eagles have a guy with exceptional character, a guy who has leadership qualities. There is just something about Jalen Hurts, and it was on full display Sunday. That's the best game Jalen Hurts played this season. Obviously, he didn't really have a season like that last year, and this season, though, he's been productive. The Eagles entered that game on Sunday having lost 2 straight, and the Eagles leaned on him, to deliver, especially in the passing game. Sunday afternoon, he was simply spectacular. A perfect passer rating with 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Does he quite look as good as he once did a couple of years ago when he was putting up video game MVP numbers? I don't know. But he was excellent. You look at Jalen Hurts, who is an elite quarterback. I mean, pound for pound, one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league. He put the team on his back and made up for whatever they lacked. It's like, this is the way he can play. And you saw him do what great quarterbacks do and had a perfect passer rating with, again, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Honestly, you cannot say a single bad thing about this guy unless outside of that, he doesn't play for your team. There's not a single thing you could say that would ever make me not like or appreciate his game. Number one, I respectfully silenced his detractors with the best passing game ever. He was awesome on Sunday. It's an A+ performance. It's the best throwing game I've ever seen him have in the NFL. My guy was out there cooking. Definitely his most efficient day as a passer in the NFL. But I tell you, when we talk about Jalen Hurts, we never talk about what he can do. It's what he can't do or what's never good enough. The whole team remains a work in progress, but it was a better team effort for sure, from the offensive line to the play calling to the improvisation to the pass catchers to everybody. They got it done. And offensively, as a unit, they executed to the best of their abilities, and Hurts was, too, a major factor on a day when, once again, the opposing defense focused on Saquon Barkley and the running game. You got the performance from Jalen Hurts. And that's why the Eagles fans should feel good, because Hurts was fantastic on Sunday. He was confident all game, made confident throws. And I think you saw that on Sunday with Jalen Hurts. Their guys were on the same page, obviously, pieced it back together. They came out and balled. This is what you love to see from Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, being on the same page. This was a really sharp game plan. This was a more efficient quarterback. The play calling was better this game too. Good things happen if the quarterback is on the same page with his receivers. If the play calling is more effective, good things happen. It's why when we talked about the chemistry not being there, a disconnect, players not being on the same page, it's that not only because they entered this game having lost 2 straight, but because the locker room harmony seemed non-existent. Something felt off. It was weird. And maybe, just maybe, this is an Eagles team that needed time to figure it out, sort it all out. There obviously was some miscommunication from coaches to players. There was a lot of pointing and not guys on this team taking responsibility. And offensively, they have struggled, haven't been as explosive, not running the ball with Saquon as much as they did last season. That's my honest assessment of what has gone wrong for the Philadelphia Eagles. This was the week, the game, the moment they had to put up or shut up. This was a must-win game for the Eagles to prove they are still a real NFC threat. Philadelphia's season was falling apart. Like, for me, this kind of game was needed where you had to bounce back. They had to find a way to win this game. If they had lost that game against the Minnesota Vikings, I would have said that they were at the midst of a 2025 collapse. And I kind of had that feeling the Eagles would bounce back, and they did. They had looked mediocre and have not played championship level football coming into Sunday's contest. 4-3 in the NFC East wouldn't have looked pretty. And if you do what you did on Sunday, you're going to win a lot of football games. And obviously, if you're a great leader, you help, you are committed, and you are a voice in the locker room, good things are going to happen. And obviously, everything flows, it seems, if your receiver, A.J. Brown, is happy. If Hurts plays well, you're going to have a great day, it seems like. It's hard to not love Jalen Hurts. You got to really step up and be a leader. And the Eagles have a guy who is just a good leader. And this is where I give Hurts a lot of credit. It's wild that people actually think he's not elite. They will sit and tell you he's a slightly above average quarterback. And to them, he's just not good enough for the Eagles to win due to the talent he has around him. We can disagree. Not big on Jalen Hurts, right? Which, listen, who am I to tell you who to like? But I've always appreciated him for the quarterback that he is. His leadership style is unmatched to me. Give Jalen Hurts a break. He won you the football game. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith combined for 13 receptions, 304 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. An adjustment that the Eagles made was calling more play action plays with Hurts under center. Prior to Sunday, they had called 5 play action plays under center all season. Hurts went 4 for 4 for 121 yards and 1 touchdown. And listen, when you call a lot of play action plays with a dual threat quarterback, this opens up the run game and leads to explosive pass plays like you saw on Sunday. The 79-yard touchdown from Hurts to Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, like every time that I think, oh, he's a problem on this team, a diva, a crybaby, I was like, really impressive. And when he's on, he's on. You watch Sunday, you're like, A.J. Brown is a beast. How are you not giving him the ball like every single play? You got Hurts, who does a great job of fading away and putting one up to A.J. Brown to ice the game. Great call, great execution, ball game. It was a well-coached game. It's a very physical team when it wants to be. You know, the Eagles, their defense, a bunch of badasses. Nick Sirianni, a Super Bowl winning coach. And so you look at the Eagles, you're like, A.J. Brown is a bad man when he's on his game and getting the ball. We can argue this is the most complete team in the NFL. It clearly shows on paper, no doubt. It's just a matter of putting it all together and showing it on the field every week. I'll promise you this. If they play like they did last Sunday, they will have a very productive season the rest of the way. All right, everyone. That's all I have for you at the moment. We got more NFL content coming up later today. I got more stuff to get into. I want to get into the San Francisco 49ers and Mac Jones. He has had a great year so far since taking over for Brock Purdy. So I want to talk about that game Sunday night. There's a lot of stuff I want to get into. I want to get into the MLB postseason. The World Series is set. It will be the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Toronto Blue Jays. We're going to get into all that as well. We're going to get into USC still. I know it's kind of late. The game was on Saturday against Notre Dame, but you guys know that's my team, and I have a different passion when it comes to USC football. I'm more emotional when it comes to USC football, so we'll definitely get into some of that too. We got a lot to talk about, guys. I do my best to try to balance it, to try to get out some of the best sports content, and we will continue to do so. But guys, you take care of yourselves. You have a wonderful day. Have a great Tuesday. Be safe out there. Do great things. Be positive, and we'll talk again very soon. Take care, everyone.